Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, folks. Hope you're well. I accidentally put a poll up for the Bulldogs-Cowboys game because I was watching it. That's the wrong game that I'm doing. So let me put a proper one up. So professional. So professional. We have the Dolphins taking on the Storm. Okay, teams are up on screen. I'll do a run through shortly and I'll go through my predictions, comments. So get your votes in on the poll. We've got 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go on the Bulldogs-Cowboys game right now. It's 18-12 for the Cowboys. Cowboys are inside the 10 at the moment. 2 tackles to go in this set over on the right-hand side. Back towards middle to Dearden. Now with Thomas McKaylee going. Thomas, would love him to score. I haven't seen whether he scored already or not. I assume he hasn't. Clifford, that's secured. Cowboys go in, that's secured. I've got them 1-12. I've got them +2 on a bet accumulator. Good stuff. Cotter with 1. Drinkwater with 2. Clifford with 1. Galvin and Curran with the 2 for the Bulldogs. So there we go. Cowboys 1-12. Run the clock down. That's good for the prediction. I had them to win by 6. I had Nanai anytime though. That's alright. Yeah, I hope everyone is doing fine and dandy. 3 votes, 2 leaning towards the Storm. I hope everyone is well at the moment. So I'll do a run through the team list now. And then one more before we get started with about 12 to 13 to go. So close last night, 48-6, really close. In work, have fun all. Well, howdy sir, trumpet for you. Oi. What kind of work do you do, Kieran? Do you do warehouse stuff? Because you're... I feel like your sort of pattern is slightly irregular. I don't know. Oh, you're in Birchwood? Okay. Fair dues, fair dues. Right then, I'll do a run through of the team list. In the backs for the Dolphins, they have Tabuai Fidel, Isako, Farnworth, Bostock is back in, good to see him. Cobo, Schneider, and Katoa. The forwards include Molo, Plath, Flegler, Lemuelu, Finifeuaki, and Knowles. The bench is Gilbert, Stone, Kafusi, Keeley, Nafahu, and Donahue. Head coach is Christian Wolfe. In the backs for the Storm, they have Farlongo, Warbrick, Howarth, Meany, Peel, Munster, and Wishart. The forwards include Utakamanu, Grant, King, Blore, Lisati, and Liero. The bench is Tolau, Chan, Moale, Clark, Waiteri, and Pahulu. Head coach is Craig Bellamy. If an area will drag it in shot, won't catch me dead in Birchwood. Nah, maybe one day. Maybe one day. I don't actually go through Birchwood that often. It's extremely rare. I'm literally a rare bird in Birchwood, so if you catch me on camera, you could sell that picture for a bit of money. Oh yeah, no, Game Pass is cheaper. That's beautiful, beautiful. We've got 3 minutes and 35 to go in the Bulldogs Cowboys game. Let's just keep it at this margin, shall we? Keep it at this margin. That'd be perfect. I'd love that. So, for the bet, which has started well, thankfully. What do we need? What do we need? So I had Hull Kings and Rovers -30 yesterday. They covered that quite easily. That's one. I've got the Cowboys +2. How the Bulldogs were favourites on the handicap, I do not know. I really don't know. One's won 4 in a row, or 4 in the last 5. The other's won 1 in the last 5. So I don't know where Sky Bet got that from, but yeah. +2 for the Cowboys. They're covering that comfortably. Tomorrow, I've got the Warriors -8. I'm sure... Right, the Eels know how to screw me over. They love doing that. But surely the Warriors could cover at least 10 points against the Eels. Surely. I've got Bradford +30 against Wigan. Wigan's a bit depleted at the minute. There's no Smith. There's no French. There might be another change in the back line. I know Marshall's out. But Bradford, I think, at the very least, could keep it within a certain limit. because of how clunky Wigan might be in attack, surely. Burns has scored. Well, that's 13 plus for the... I backed Burns anytime. Did I back Burns anytime? Oh, it was Nanai. For God's sake. Yeah, I just said it before, didn't I? Nanai anytime. So that's going to be 13 plus for the Cowboys. If you guys have any predictions, any margins, throw them in. I'll do my run through now. So, for this one, the Dolphins have won 1 in their last 5 games, losing 4 in a row. The Storm have lost all of their last 5 games. The Dolphins are without Jake Averillo, so initially Trey Fuller was in the centres, but now it's Jack Bostock. Jerome Hughes, I accidentally said Luai in the predictions video. It is in the script, it says Jerome Hughes that I wrote down, and I just said Luai in the video. So that's my bad. Jerome Hughes is out for the Storm, so Tyron Wishart will start at 7 this week. This is a rough game to predict, because I don't expect either of these teams to be doing so poorly this year. So this is a tough one. There are a few things I can look towards to predict a winner, but based on overall performance for both this season, I'm not that confident. Now, firstly, the Storm were already struggling to find meaningful points in the last few rounds, and they've now lost out on Hughes. I like Wishart, but he's not the same. So in terms of whatever attacking production they had, it could now be a little bit worse. Second, the pack. The Storm have no real weapons in the pack that can actually get them up the field during a tough forward battle. They aren't that impactful up front, while the Dolphins at least have Gilbert and Molo, who are initially starting. And they had Fligler off the bench. But with the impact off the bench the Dolphins have, including Kafusi, Stone, and now Gilbert instead of Flegler, I think they're fine off the bench as well. Third, the defence for the Storm has been really, really poor. They've let in 38 points per game in the last 5. The Dolphins aren't a great attacking side that look like they can take real advantage of that, but at the very least they've competed with the Warriors and the Panthers in the last 2 games, whereas the Storm have played both of these sides recently too, and they weren't in those games at all. Now, both these teams will have to make changes in the backs, but I trusted Fuller, but I do trust Bostock to do a job at centre. I was initially saying that Fuller's pace and acceleration makes him a threat on the edges in 1v1s. It's the same case for Bostock, really. Plus his range. He's a tall bloke and could be good towards the corners as an aerial threat. Schneider gets another week in the spine, but for the Storm, Hughes is a massive loss, and Peel will get a start on the wing, which may change later in the week, but hasn't done. But he could be a major target for Jermaine Osako in the corners. My heart is still telling me that the Storm will turn things around very soon, but my brain recognises that there's no evidence for that yet. The Dolphins are a poor side, but at least looked better in the last few weeks. So for prediction, I went with the Dolphins to win by 1-12, scoreline of 22-18. Anytime try score it was Jermaine Osako. And there you go. Hooter sounds in the Bulldogs-Cowboys game. Bulldogs 12, Cowboys 28. Good news for Thomas McKaylee. Love that praise from the commentary box. Love that. Lovely stuff. Okay, so it is going to be 13 plus for the Cowboys. I had them 1-12. Could have been. But it's fine for the bet, for the handicap. Oh, there's news about Craig Bellamy as well. I'm sure most of you would have seen this one. But let me look at the statement that the Storm put out about Craig Bellamy, which is very unfortunate to hear. Let's get this statement they put out. Okay. Yeah, I hope everyone's well anyway. It's a quiet start. Kieran's getting the stream rocking. Appreciate that, Kieran. He might have gone already, actually. But yeah, it's very quiet in here at the minute. Right, here's what the Melbourne Storm said. Official Melbourne Storm statement. Melbourne Storm wishes to provide an update regarding the health of senior coach Craig Bellamy. Over recent weeks, in consultation with specialists, Craig has undergone a series of medical tests and has since been diagnosed with a form of neurodegenerative disorder. He is receiving the best possible medical treatment and has been advised by specialists that his diagnosis will not have an impact on his ability to coach the team in the immediate future. Despite our recent results, I firmly believe Craig is still coaching at an elite level, and I have no doubt he is the right person to drive the club forward. Craig has the full support of the board, players, coaches and staff to continue leading the club, as he has done for the last 24 seasons, said Melbourne Storm chairman Matt Tripp. Given the private nature of the diagnosis, Craig and the club will make no further comment on the matter. Okay, well, he's been diagnosed with a form of neurodegenerative disorder, but in terms of what that looks like and how that impacts him, how serious it is, we don't know. Good morning, Chucky. Good morning. Hey. Well, I hope everyone is swell. Hope everyone is fine and dandy. This game, unfortunately, is not on Sky in the UK. I'm watching on Watch NRL, which is costing me £16 a week. I might have to look at the just paying for the yearly thing, to be honest. I'm probably better off doing that. Let's look at the poll real quick. 13 votes, 77% say the Storm's going to win this one. You just know at some point they're going to turn it around, or you just think they are at some point. They could do what the Panthers did last year. I mean, they were last place after 12 rounds. Storm could get to that point and then make the push for the finals. But the problem is, you can at least look at the players for the Panthers. You know Nathan Cleary's going to turn up at some point. I mean, he still wasn't even bad last year, but Hughes and Munster have been very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. I don't even know if I was picking for Queensland, would you pick Munster right now at 6? Your other option initially was Braden Trindle, but do you pick him either? You definitely stick with Tom Dearden. Like, Tom Dearden is a lock for number 7, not 13. Who just starts at fullback? Ponga's going to get a few weeks back in. Or do you go with Tabai Fidel? You go with the hammer at centre, but you've got Shibasaki, Toya, and now Herbie Farnworth to compete for centre, given the new eligibility rules. And I feel like Farnworth gets in. I'm pretty sure he gets in. So you could put Tabai Fidel left wing. That's an option. On the right it could be Toya and... Who normally plays on the right for Queensland? It's always Xavier Coates, isn't it? Is it Xavier Coates? It normally is. Anyway, we're a few minutes out from kickoff. I'll do one final run through of the team lists, and then we'll be getting underway. And again, I've gone with the Dolphins 1-12, 22-18 is Sarko anytime. Right then, folks. One final run through. In the backs for the Dolphins, they have Tabai Fidel, Isako, Farnworth, Bostock, Cobbo, Schneider, and Katoa. The forwards include Molo, Plath, Flegler, Lemuelu, Finifeoaki, and Knowles. The bench is Gilbert, Stone, Kafusi, Keeley, Nafahu, and Donahue. Head coach is Christian Wolfe. In the backs for the Storm, they have Farlongo, Warbrick, Howarth, Meany, Peel, Munster, and Wishart. The forwards include Utskamanu, Grant, King, Bloor, Lissati, and Liero. The bench is Tolau, Chan, Moale, Clark, Waiteri, and Pahulu. I think I would have started Clark, even though he's a young, inexperienced player. Unless he's been lapsing in defence, which I haven't noticed. I think his carries were decent last week, and he actually barely played. I think they missed him a little bit in patches last week with some of his carries. It's a second row on the left-hand side. But we'll see how Peel gets on. I mean, unless they think there's some issues with Waiteri, then, I mean, it's nice giving Peel a chance. But they also could have put Chan at centre if they wanted to. So he's got a good mix of carry, you know, strength of carry, speed, all that jazz. And then Meany on the wing. It is raining, so we'll see how they deal with the conditions. I don't have a lot of trust in the Dolphins, that's the thing. Even though the Melbourne Storm are poor in defence, their completion's really good. So, in the rain, it could suit them. But folks, we are underway. The Storm will kick to the Dolphins towards the back right, collected by Cobbo, hands it off to Flegler for the first carry of the game, and he's going to play this about 13 out of his own try line. So I'll end this poll. 21 votes, 62% of the Storm's going to win. Next carry from Lemueli down the left edge of the park, up towards the 20. It's now with Francis Molo, eating up a couple more metres through centre field. 3 tackles to go. Plath, right to Finifayaki. He's second overall, I think, for post-contact metres. He's having a great year so far. Like, you can tell on every carry he's dragging defenders. Next one through centre field is Morgan Knowles. Go on, Morgan. I think there's 3 strong options at lock for England this year in Knowles, Smithies, and Radley. Some good options there. So we'll see what Brian McDermott does at the end of the year. But it's Peel with the first carry for the Melbourne Storm, taking them over the 20 with 1 minute gone. Howarth with the next carry through centre field. Gets a good offload there for Farlongo. He's going to be huge today, actually. Both fullbacks will be again. But Farlongo will be massive today for territory. Possible line breaks too. Next carry for Meany down the right edge. Takes Storm over the 30, near the right touchline. 3 tackles to go. Harry Grant on his left to Lasati. Just shy of the 40. So I hope Hugo Peel goes well today. I know he might be a target all game long, but he does look quite tall, actually. I don't think I've seen him play for the Storm before. I don't think I have. I could be wrong. There's a right to Wishart on the last. I do like Wishart as well. Hope he goes well, but we'll see. Collected by Cobbo on the 10 for the Dolphins. And up towards the 20. With 1 minute, 50 seconds gone. Dolphins in possession. 20 out from their own try line. Taboy Fidel with the next carry. Eats up a few metres through centre field. That's 2 minutes gone. Plath, right to Isako, who have backed for any time try scorer. Usually good with the boot as well. And for drop goals too. That's going to be Bostock. Good to see him back. Wearing number 22 today, up towards a 30. 2 tackles to go for the Dolphins. Not really made too much ground as of yet, but they are shifting the ball. They've got good space and numbers down the left. Cobbo eating up metres over halfway, up towards the Storm 40. Tries to offload the ball, but drops it and is taken into touch as well. Couldn't quite get his hands how he wanted to get the offload, but that's all right for Melbourne Storm. They'll get the ball inside the midfield. That's huge for them. Good stuff from the Dolphins. Problem is that Cobbo's not rapid, so Wishart can get across there. He's not rapid, unfortunately. Might have been better suited at centre. Bostock on the wing, Cobbo at centre. Maybe. We'll see what happens. So, Melbourne Storm, 35 out from their own line. Nearly a mistake there from Warbrick from the first carry of this set. We've had just over 3 minutes gone. Melbourne Storm in possession. 60 metres away from the try line. Next carry from Stefano Utokomanu through centre field. Grant waits at dummy half. Is left to King, who takes it inside Dolphins territory. Storm loses 7 in a row. That's what I've predicted as well, mate. But I guess we'll see. I think I'm still waiting for them to turn it around at any point, but it's just hard to know when. Liara with a carry through centre field, and a 6 again for ruck infringement for the Storm. So they're just over 30 out. 3.5 minutes gone. Great chance to add some early points here. Wishart drops the ball off to Lasati, who takes it over the 30. In centre field, Grant waits at dummy half. He goes left to Liero. Bumps off one. Cuts back towards the right-hand side. Stopped on the 20. Grant at dummy half. Fake short side right, then left to Munster. Across to Farlongo. Out the back to Howarth. Tips the ball onto Peel, who drops it backwards. He's wrapped up by Bostock immediately, though, over the right-hand side. Or left-hand side for the Storm. Ashley Klein will say that's a knock-on from Peel. That did look backwards to me. On a second look, it might have just dropped straight down. Good hands there from Howarth. Yeah, that's pretty much straight down there. So that's a knock-on from Melbourne Storm. Chance to apply some decent early pressure, but yeah, mistake from them. Off the back of a mistake from the Dolphins. That's 4.5 minutes gone. Dolphins will have possession off the back of a scrum on their own 20. Katoa feeds it in. Plath goes left to Cobbo and eats up about 5 metres down the left edge of the field. Plath at dummy half. Short side left to Farnworth with the next carry, eating up some good metres just shy of the 40. Or plays it on the 40, actually. Quick play the ball. Plath eating up a good 12 metres there, down the left edge still, over halfway. Good start to this set for the Dolphins. Molo with the next one. Looking for space behind the ruck. Another 10 up towards the 40, inside Storm's half. 2 tackles to go as well, so this is good territory for the Dolphins right now. Knowles, right to Katoa with an early chip towards the back right. Good chase from Bostock. Bounce is kind for far longer, though he's wrapped up in the corner, pushed into touch. Great kick, great chase, great tackle from Isako. That's good stuff. Really good stuff from the Dolphins there to apply some pressure. So they'll get the ball with a scrum inside the 10. That's good stuff there from the Dolphins. 5.5 minutes gone. Really well-weighted kick there from Katoa. He's just building year on year, getting better and better. He's going to be huge for Tonga in the World Cup. He's going to be huge. It just depends who's at number 6. I think it's going to be Iongi. And then probably Lehigh Hapuate at 1. They didn't, as a unit, Tonga were pretty poor last year in the Pacific Championships, but we'll see what they can do this year. Plath goes left to Knowles with the next carry. It's going to be 5 out, just left of the stick. 6 minutes gone. It's a great chance. Best chance of the game so far for the Dolphins. Plath goes at the line himself. He's so close. On the goal line, the Storm have been poor as well. So let's see if they can improve this week. It's right to Katoa, out the back to Tabai Fidel. Bostock, quick hands to Isako. Might have to cut back inside. He does. Munster with a high shot in Isako. That'll be a penalty. Just tap and go, boys. Just tap and go. So yeah, penalty against Munster. He's cutting across, trying to recover. Hits Isako in the head on the way through. Let's have a look at this. How bad was it? Wasn't great. It wasn't great, but the Dolphins will tap and go. Finifeuaki with the first carry. He's 3 metres out over on the right-hand side of the field. Plath waits at dummy half. Back towards the middle to Isaiah Katoa. Then to Knowles. Across to Flegler. Could have been forward that one, but it takes it back over the 10. About 7 metres out between the sticks. Plath, right to Knowles. Across to Katoa. Fakes the switch back. And then again, just straightens up. Takes the tackle. 7 minutes gone now. Over on the right-hand side. 8 metres out. Plays it for the hammer. Hands it off to Molo. Straightens up. Now 3 out. Still over on the right-hand side. Plath with 2 tackles to go. Waits at dummy half. Launches it left to Katoa. Now it's Schneider. Early kick through. Well weighted. Farlongo is there. Collects it in goal. Takes it over the dead ball line. Lemuelu just leaves him alone. This will be a goal line dropout for the Storm. So the Dolphins haven't looked that threatening. I mean, there's been one play down the right edge where they've opened them up. They found the numbers, but they've been able to recover. But they gave away a penalty. So the Dolphins just taking this time to build a bit of pressure. Do well for territory. Get these repeat sets. So this is alright for the Dolphins. They don't need to force it. Just wear down the Storm if they can. But it's Flegler off the back of the dropout. Takes the ball up towards the 40. I think that's a good call, the Storm not going for the short dropout there. I think that's alright. Because the Dolphins are not an amazing attacking side this year, but don't give them territory inside the red zone constantly. But they are back inside it now. About 18 metres out down the right edge of the field. Back towards the middle to Hamaso Tabai Fidel. Plath then goes left to Molo. 15 out between the sticks. 3 tackles to go. Shifting it left to Knowles. Then Katoa. Ball across to Farnworth. Trying to cut out 1. Steps back inside. Gets a flick onto Katoa. Looking to go right. Launches it across to Finifeuaki. Gets a great offload to Bostock. Steps back inside. Offloads it back to Tabai Fidel. Knowles. In the corner is Isako. What a finish. Show me that on the front angle, mate. That is a beauty. Klein wants to check this one. Knowles playing at centre. Go on, Morgan. No try given on field. Not sure if he's in touch, though. I was pretty confident about that one. It was very close, though. But we'll see. Oh, his foot's on the line. Oh, dear. So close. So close. Damn. Fair play. Well done, Storm, to deal with that one. Nearly done with 9 minutes of this game already. That's gone quick. That's gone really quick. But yeah, the finish was fine itself, but he just put a foot on the line beforehand, before leaping. Worst repeat set defence. 8 plus phases defended. 51 for the Storm. 38's next for the Shark. Percentage of tries conceded 53. So yeah, the Storm need to be careful gifting away free sets. 9 minutes gone. They are in possession though. Up towards the 20 now. With Nick Meaney taking the latest carry. Plays it for Harry Grant. 3 tackles to go in this set as well. So 67% possession for the Dolphins. 33 for the Storm. Grant scoops the ball up, hands it off to Trent Liero, and up towards the 40 he goes. Last tackle coming up for Melbourne. So at least they haven't been pinned back here. That's good stuff. It's right to Wishart. Kicks from his own 40. Towards the back right, or just right at the sticks. Hands it off, or Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow will carry the ball himself, I should say. And returns it 25 out from his own line. Plays it for Plath. Klein's going to say incorrect play the ball there. Or he's lost it, apparently. I didn't see anything in that. I think I was looking at the... Wincy, was it? Oh, yeah. He's lost that. He doesn't really have any control grounding the ball there. That is 10 minutes gone in this game so far. The Dolphins will gift some territory away to the Storm. So that's 3 errors already for the Dolphins. Damn, didn't even realise. 63% completion rate to the Storm's 75. That's garbage for both, unfortunately. Back towards the middle to Munster. Hands it off to Lasati. And the Storm will start a fresh set about 25 metres out. 10.5 minutes gone. Grant right to King. That could have been forwards then, but it's not called. But he's going to be 20 metres out in centre field. Grant at dummy half. Looking right. Goes right to Utskamanu with a flat ball. He takes it up towards a 10. 3 tackles to go. Gets a quick play of the ball for Grant. It was nearly wrapped up at marker. Gets an offload, but it is a 6 again for inside 10. And Lasati with a carry back over the 10. 11 minutes gone. Grant over on the right-hand side. Back towards the middle to Wishart. Drops the ball off to Liero. Takes it back over the 10. Second tackle. Plays for Grant in centre field between the sticks. Left to Munster. Then across to Farlongo. Tries to get around Bostock. Does get an offload for Howarth though. Cuts back towards the middle. And back up towards the 10. And just over it. About 6 or 7 metres out between the sticks. It is right to the arrow. Then to Wishart. Bit of room to run here. Spins. Finds a line. Is that grounded cleanly though? Klein wants to check this one as well. Was it grounded clean? He's given it. He changed his mind. He's going to give it. And we'll have a gander. Wishart is limping though. Oh dear. Hope he's all good. But Melbourne Storm had a ton of defensive work to do. They deal with it fairly well. Don't give the Dolphins anything easy. They get up the field off the back of a Tabuai-Fidow mistake. Apply a bit of pressure. They find a try. You can't give them territory with the weapons they've got. Let's have a gander. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think that's fine. The grounding is good. It just kind of like slips out his fingers. So this will be 6-0 for the Storm in a second. Alright. Proper rating there. It is. It is. I'm going to butcher this name, mate. It's either... I'm going to say it's Semisi. Semisai? It's either Semisai or Semisi. I don't know. But thank you for that, sir. It's very kind of you. You get a trumpet. Hey. Me need to add the extras and the kick is good. It is now 6-0 for the Storm. Wishart is going off here. So, what's the change? Who goes? Meany? Meany to 6. Waiteri to the back row. I think that's what they do. Girlfriend says you're better than Sky Commentary. W wife, Chucky. W wife. Did she just look at you go, about that, where's my ring? With a stern look. Sorry if I dropped you in it. Anyway, from kickoff, it's gone out behind the 10. Not out on the floor, though, so it will be Dolphins ball 10 metres out. Unless you're actually, like, still both in high school, then it's like, you can wait. It's alright. You can wait. I doubt you are, but who knows. Anyway, so Wishart's limping off. That's unfortunate. So I assume it's Meany to 6 and then Waiteri to centre. I assume. Well, 13.5 minutes gone. Dolphins will have a fresh set 10 metres out. Katoa shifting it right to Schneider. Wayward ball out the back. Tabuai-Fidow collects it all the way back towards a 30. Back towards middle. Now with Fidafayuaki. Oh, well, congratulations. Congratulations, you get a trumpet. Hey. Hope you have a swell time. You got a honeymoon sorted yet, or nay? Or like, do you know where you want to go? Schneider, down the left edge of the park, is wrapped up on the 10, loses a little bit of ground. It's been a clunky set here from the Dolphins. Plath, right to Molo, straightens up. 5 metres out, make that 3, just in front of the left post. Last tackle for the Dolphins. They go left to Katoa, then to Schneider, maybe a 3-on-2 here, ball to Farnworth in the corner. He's over the try line, but I don't think he's grounded the ball on the line there. He hasn't, so they'll turn over the ball like an inch in front of the try line, basically. You're welcome, Chucky. You're welcome. Going on a mini moon to the lakes. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Well, enjoy. Next carry from Meany for Melbourne Storm inside the 10. So what are they doing in the halves here? I'm not sure what they're doing just yet. Next carry up towards the 20 down the right-hand side. It's Gomani plays for Grant and he hands it off to Lasati who carries it just shy of the 30. That's 15 minutes gone as well. 2 tackles to go. Latest from Liero, taken to ground on the 40. Plays for Grant. Now with Munster, puts boot to ball from behind halfway. Towards the back right. Tabai Fidel underneath it, collects it cleanly on the 20. Returns it now 25 out from the try line. A week after the grand final too. Oh, well. Who'd you support again, Chucky? Please don't say Cass, because I was going to make some comment about, well, maybe you win the grand final and then honeymoon. But if you say Cass, then I'll just refrain from saying that. Please don't be a Cass fan now, because that's just a horrible thing to say. 3 tackles to go in this set for the Dolphins near the left touch line. It's now with Farnworth. Just a few metres shy of halfway. 2 tackles to go. Back towards the middle to Knowles. Shifting it right to Katoa. Then to Tabai Fidel. Good metres down the right hand side. Now with Bostock trying to get around Howard. Flicks it on. And that finds touch. 16 minutes gone. 24 to go in the first half. Dolphins, mate. They need to get their act together here. You're a Wigan fan. Alright, fair enough. I mean, there's still a chance. You think it's Wire Leeds? KR's looking really good at the minute, though, aren't they? KR's looking really good. I don't know. I think the current top 5, it's hard to tell between the current top 5. We'll be back underway in a second as well. So by top 5, for me, it's Leeds, Wakey, Warrington, Saints, and Hull KR. It's hard to look past either of those 5 being in the grand final, really. So 23.5 minutes to go in the first half. Munster with the next carry through centre field. Now 35 out from the try line. Inside Dolphins territory. 3 to go. Liera through centre field. Then goes right to Tolo. My bad. So Tolau's number 14. Grant over on the right-hand side at dummy half. Back towards the middle. Storm shifting it left. Early kick there from Munster. Good chase from Falungo, but Tabai Fidel is there. They kick it over the dead ball line. And this looks like it'll be a goal line dropout, I think. Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's a 20-metre tap. 7 tackle set. I thought there was a kick from Melbourne. From the Dolphins, sorry. Missed that one. So, just less than 23 minutes to go. Dolphins' completion rate has been poor so far. They've had some decent attacking territory, but they've not really been able to put it together. That's the problem. Flegler with the next carry. Down the left edge, a few metres shy of the 40. 22.5 minutes to go. Next carry from Lemuelu. I want to see Finufeuaki getting some more carries. Down that right-hand side. Next carry from Molo. Inside Storm territory with 2 tackles to go. They're about 45 metres out. Plath, left to Knowles. Bobbles the ball slightly, but left to Katoa. Drops it off to Lemuelu. Dolphins on the last tackle are 35 metres out down the left edge of the field. 22 minutes to go. Connolly Lemuelu is slow playing the ball there. Hopefully he's alright. There's a kick towards the back left from Katoa. Is batted back inside from Cobbo. That's a knock on there from the Storm, though. Schneider back inside to Flegler. Straightens up with a carry. They're about 13 metres out near the left touchline. Cobbo back towards the middle to Schneider. then to Molo. So great chance for the Dolphins. Again, a lot of attacking territory. They've just not been able to do much with it. But you'd imagine they'll put something together soon. Plath, right to Katoa. Hands it off to Finifewaki. Loses the ball. Hope they'll do something soon, and I want to see him get more carries. That's great. That's excellent. Really happy about that. Hope he smashed carry in the Challenge Cup semi though. So do I. So do I. It's going to be a rough game. A tough game. It could be a rough one. It'll be a tough one. I just thought we actually look alright against Huddersfield. That's the thing. Sometimes it's tricky when we go there for away days. We'll see. 5 errors to 3 for the Dolphins. Jesus. 21 minutes to go. Scrum for the Storm on their own 10. Tolau's going to feed the ball in. Out the back to Grant. He goes right to Warbrick. Schneider in Super League last year, it was 20... It was definitely in 23. Maybe 24. He definitely wasn't last year. He was definitely at the Dolphins last year. I'm trying to think if it was the year before as well. Not too sure. But not last year. So next carry from Farlongo. A few metres shy of the Storm's own 40. 2 tackles to go. Nearly done with the first quarter. There's a kick from behind the 40 from Grant. Does it have the legs? Not quite. Cobbo takes it over the 20. And up towards the 30 near the left touchline. Schneider at dummy half. Back towards the middle to Tabai Fidel. Then to Asako. They've just lost about 7 metres there. And we're done with the first quarter of the game. Hey, next carry over the 30. Let's see what the Dolphins have got here, because it's not been a great start. I mean, again, they've had good territory, not done much with it. 58% completion rate. You've got to be better in these conditions. Knowles, left to Schneider, then across to Tabai Fidel. Now with Farnworth, slips over just over halfway. Last tackle coming up with 19.5 minutes to go. Tabai Fidel, back towards the middle to Isaiah Katoa. Kicks from the halfway line. Towards the back left. Bounces once, and then into touch between the 10 and 20. So this will be a scrum, or just to play the ball, sorry, in centre field for the Melbourne Storm. Just over 19 minutes to go in the first half. Storm are 15 out from their own try line, and it's going to be Hugo Peel with the first carry of the set, just shy of the 20. 19 minutes to go in the first. Munster scoots from dummy half up towards the 30. Stopped a few metres shy. Farlongo, now with Howarth, with the next one, over the 30, down the left edge of the field. 3 tackles to go for Melbourne. Back towards the middle now with Josh King. Stopped on the 40, 3 defenders in the tackle, 2 tackles to go as well. Grant. 6 again for ruck infringement, left to Munster, then to Bloor. It's good to have him back. I know they're still missing Eli Katoa as well, over on the right-hand side. 18.5 to go. Utkamanu with the next carry up towards the 40 and just over it. Nice undies, mate. Plays for Grant. Short side left to Munster. Goes at the line. Flat ball to Bloor. Looking for an offload as well. But good meters now for Melbourne Storm. Just over 18 to go. Grant goes right to Munster. Then to the aero in centre field. Across to Tolau. Good numbers in space on the right-hand side. Ball across to Warbrick. Farnworth cuts across, nearly in the corner. So close. Tucked away in the back right corner currently with 2 tackles to go. 18 minutes left in the first half as well. Tolau carries the ball himself, 5 metres out right at the sticks. Last tackle coming up for Melbourne. Dolphins need to be strong here. Grant launches it left now with Munster. Flat ball to Bloor. Chucks it out the back. Collected by Munster. Kicks, chases. Isako is there. And just bats it over the dead ball line. Not taking any chances with that one. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. So it's still 6-0 for Melbourne Storm. Storm have looked a little bit more threatening in attacking positions. They've not been in attacking positions that much. The Dolphins have been more so. But Dolphins have not been very clean in attack. But we do know that the Storm have been poor over the last 5 or 6 weeks in defence. But so far they've done alright. It's a long drop out here from the Dolphins. Panthers beat the Dolphins by 1 point. Warriors won by 2 last week. Hopefully Storm can do better. Maybe. You're expecting the Storm to turn it up at any point. Which they can do. Just where they will. Gilbert has entered the field for Francis Molo. Just less than 17 to go. It's a carry down the left edge from Josh King. Melbourne Storm are about 25 metres out with still 4 tackles to go in this set. Grant back towards the middle to Munster. Right to Tolau. Flat ball across to Lusati. He's going to be taken down on the 20. 3 tackles to go for Melbourne. Right of centre field with Harry Grant. Flat ball on his left to Utakamanu. 15 out. Okay. Well, now we're seeing a bit more than his undies. It is right to Tolau. Liero. 16 minutes and 15 to go. Last tackle for the Storm. 5 metres out, they've been awarded a penalty. They could go for 2 here, make it a 2-score game. Honestly, I would have actually gone for 2 there, because the Dolphins, they don't look like scoring much. And the more you can force them to have to score, the better. But they will tap, so I do like the intent. 15 minutes, 50 to go. The 5 out with 4 tackles left. Grant, in front of the left post, goes right to Tolau. Flicks it back off to Farlongo. Bit of room to run in centre field. Steps past 1. Wrapped up 5 out in front of the left post. 3 tackles to go. Grant, at dummy half, goes short side left to Munster. Then to Howarth. Not much room to work with here. And a 6 again, inside 10 from the Dolphins. The pressure keeps piling up now. It's now with Munster back towards the middle to Grant. Now with Liero. Gets an offload back to Grant. 10 metres out, left to Munster. Now to Bloor. He's 2 metres out, make that 1. Just left of the post. With Grant, short side left to Munster. Isako jams out the line, gets him wrapped up. Can he find an offload though? No. Stopped on the 10. Good defence from Jermaine Isako. 15 to go in the first half. 3 tackles left. King with the latest carry. He's going to be stopped 3 metres out. Left of the sticks. Make that 2. 2 tackles to go. Grant's going to go at the line himself. Is he held up? Yes, he is. Good defensive work there from Tabai Fidel to get underneath the ball. And to push him back up. So last tackle on the 10 for the Storm coming up in a second. Good defensive set from the Dolphins here. Good defensive set. So they'll play this on the 10. Short side left to Bloor. He'll just take the carry. And they'll turn the ball over 3 metres out from the try line. So there's a long way for the Dolphins to go. The Storm just need to be disciplined now. See, Bellamy's not happy about that for some reason. I think that's a good call. I think that's alright. Unless his standards are every time we're at that end of the field we've got to score, then I can understand that kind of standard for it. You know, it's Craig Bellamy, for God's sake. But I think that's fine. You turn the ball over 3 metres out. You just got to be disciplined now. Cobbo with the next carry, 15 out from the try line. And Tyron Wishart has been ruled out with an ankle injury. So that, again, should make it easier for the Dolphins in theory. But, you know, there's still Munster and Farlongo in there to do a job. So we'll see how they get on. And up towards the 40. Last tackle for the Dolphins is right to Isako. So they've made decent ground there. Could have been pinned back. Which collected 15 out from Farlongo. Returns it over the 20. Cutting towards the right edge of the park. Looking for room to run. He has a break here over the 40. Now halfway. No one's going to catch him. Maybe Tabai Fidel will. Steps back inside. Shrugs him off. Mate, that is poor. That is so bad. That is really, really bad from the Dolphins. Nobody was quick enough to catch him. And Tabai Fidel was thinking, you know what? We'll just have a nice little jog. We'll have a quick chat whilst I'm next to him. And then just get absolutely barnacled at the end there. Try for Farlongo. Just over 13 minutes to go in the first half. The Dolphins have been so poor in possession. At the very least, even with a messed up spine here for the Melbourne Storm, they're still finding points. That's a great break from Farlongo. That's a quality break. This is going to be 10-0 with a kick to come. Dolphins, what are you doing? Completion has been shocking from them so far. So 10-0 with a kick to come. Farnworth tries to dive at the heels. Cobbo is not a particularly quick back. He's good in other areas, but pace is not his game. 12 minutes, 20 to go in the first half. So for most tries this year, Latrell Mitchell's on 10, Farlongo's on 11, Thomas Jenkins is on 16. And the kick from Meany to make it 12-0 is no good. It remains 10-0. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Dolphins need to step up because this is not good enough at all. Bellamy's still not happy about something here. Don't know what, but he's not happy about something. Okay, so a moment away from getting back underway in this one. 12 to go in the first half. 10-0 for Melbourne Storm. So here we go. Back underway. This will be collected just in goal. And it's going to be King with the first carry. So let's see if the Dolphins can keep the Storm pinned back. They're going to have to swing momentum here somewhere. Offensively, they need to start clicking and completing at a much higher rate. Clark is now on the field. He's going to be taken to ground on the 10. Plays for Grant in centre field. Next carry down the left-hand side from David Warley. 3 tackles left for the Storm. Howarth with the next carry. Up towards the 30. There's 4 men in the tackle there. He still makes post-contact meters. 72% possession for the Storm in the last 10 minutes. A kick on the 30 from Tolau. Collected 15 out from Tabai Fidel. Returns it over the 20. And up towards the 30. So not a bad place to start the set. 93% completion rate for the Storm. 64 for the Dolphins. 11 minutes to go in the first half. They've just got to be clean. The rest of this half, just be clean in possession. And if they can find a try, it could give them some confidence for the second half. Plath. Left to Farnworth. So Clark has come on for Utkamanu. Great offload to Lemuelu up towards the 40. 2 tackles to go for the Dolphins near the left touchline. Right to Schneider. And Donahue is on for Knowles. Plath goes right to Katoa with a kick on the last. Just over 30 metres out towards the back left. This will come down 15 out. Not backwards from Cobbo. It's not backwards possibly from the Dolphins, but they claim knock-on from the Storm. But it is going to be Storm in possession. Well, now there's going to be a knock-on called. The Storm want a challenge. They are going to challenge. Right, so it's been called as a knock-on from Melbourne Storm, but Harry Grant's confident about a challenge here, so we will see. Just over 10 minutes to go. Clock's currently stopped, but we'll see how this one goes. The Dolphins could really do with winning this one. Or they could do with it being unsuccessful. Yeah, that's just a straight-up knock-on. I mean, surely he could have intervened and said, no, don't challenge it. Surely. Yeah, so they've lost a challenge fairly early there. David Warley. That's not Warley. Oh, that's Lasarte. I didn't recognise him for a second then. My bad, Pimp, my bad. So, 10 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Scrum, 25 out for the Dolphins. You go right to Katoa. Then to Bostock. And he's going to be taken to ground. 10 metres out over on the right edge of the park. So, 10 minutes left in this first half. Can the Dolphins finally find some points? 6 again for ruck infringement. Now with Katoa. Hands it off to Gilbert. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. 9 metres out between the sticks. Plath shifts it left. Donahue just drops the ball off to Lemuelu. I do like Donahue as well. International halfback for Fiji. Good player as well, actually. Good player. Plath over on the left-hand side. Back towards the middle to Donahue. Then to Katoa. Drops the ball off to Finifuyaki. Room to run. It should score from here. Good try. Finally. Bit of a switch back there. No. Penalty for Storm. Oh, there's an obstruction. I know there was a ton of space, but obstruction was not the first thing that came to mind. Just, oh, thank God the Dolphins have scored, but... Oh, no. No. Oh, Gilbert sits in the line. Mr. Gilbert. Oh, Phil. Waterside. Oh, for God's sake. Right, penalty for the Storm. Howarth will tap and take it over the 30. A few metres shy of the 40. Next carry. Back towards centre field, but there is a mistake there from Bloor. They'll turn the ball over. Oh, there's a scrap. Hey.
Oh, what about that?
It's kicking off, boys. And girls. So let's have a look at what happened here. So, Bloor made a mistake, but then what happened after that? Strong shot from Donahue. Ball pops out. So is it the afters from Gilbert? Taken to ground, screams in his face. Grant comes in, so does Clark. And Gilbert's getting all fired up. If you could show more energy in your carries, Tom, that would be great. Eight and a half minutes to go in the first half. Bit of blood on the neck there of Tom Gilbert. So, penalty for the Dolphins. 8.5 to go. It's with Tabai Fidel. Hands it off to Gilbert. And he's going to make no ground after contact. Wasted all your energy, that's why. In centre field with Plath. Left to Katoa. Drops the ball off to Lemuelu. Just over 20 metres out down the left edge of the park. 8 minutes 15 left in the first half. Plenty of tackles to go as well. 6 again for ruck infringement as well. And it's going to be Stone with the next carry. Still just left to centre field. Between the 6 now with Donahue. Right to Gilbert. Wrapped up on the 10. 8 minutes left in the first half. Just right of the sticks. So 10 out. Incorrect play the ball. Jesus Christ, mate. Jesus Christ. Wow. If you're going to do all that shit, at least do the basics well. Oh my God. Munster celebrates in his face, as he should do. Jesus. Scrum for the Storm on their own 10. It's with Warbrick. Makes about 5 metres just to the right-hand side. Next carry from Clark through centre field. Just over his own 20. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Moale with the next carry up towards the 30. 3 tackles to go. Grant, left to Munster and a 6 again for ruck infringement. Up towards the 40 down the left edge of the field. Let's see if there's any more points in this half. I don't really feel that confident about the Dolphins scoring it, unfortunately, at the moment. They don't look great in possession. Whistle's blowing in. Someone have to go off for... Oh, I thought someone might have to go off then, but he has to replay the ball instead. So 3 tackles to go. Melbourne Storm are 45 metres out. In centre field with Munster. Right to Toll-out. Switches back to Meany. Gilbert is first to pounce on it. Fair play. That's alright. Making up for the mistake earlier. Bellamy's still not happy. So fresh set of 6 for the Dolphins. Farnworth with a carry over halfway. 6 minutes 10 to go. Let's see if the Dolphins can actually find some points. Plath in centre field goes right to Bostock over the 40, 35 metres out. Right, come on Dolphins, let's see what you got. Come on. Plath goes right to Finifayaki. Smashed into, that's a huge tackle there. 35 out. Just right of centre field. Back towards the middle to Donahue. Out the back to Katoa, drops the ball. Oh my God! You are pissing me off. Big time. You are getting right on my nerves, mate. This is really bad from the Dolphins. Oh my God. There's very little defensive work they've had to do and they've still conceded 2 tries. They've had so much attacking territory and they've done absolutely nothing with it. And they've completed it, what, 60-odd%, maybe less? 5 minutes to go in the first half. Peel with a carry. Smashed into, could have been a high shot, but he takes it just over the 20. Grant, now with Clark, couple steps and up towards the 30. 3 tackles to go in this set for the Storm. Grant will scoot and up towards a 40. Look for a quick play of the ball as well. There's going to be a scoot from Meany over halfway. Last tackle coming up for the Storm. 4.5 to go. Left to Munster. Puts boot to ball. This will come down on the 20. It's a little bit awkward here for Asako. Did he drop it? Oh my God, he did. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. The Storm will get a fresh set of 6. 20 metres out. Vossi saying fins down. Bloody hell. Oh my God. Dolphins, what are you doing? What are you doing? Scrum for the Dolphins, 20 metres out. Sorry, the Storm, 20 metres out. 3 minutes, 45 to go. Munster feeds it in for Grant. Goes between his legs. So he has to pick the ball up and carry it himself just back over the 20. Munster barking out the orders. 15 out. Left to Clark. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. They could look to go for 1. They don't really need to, but there's always an option. 10 metres out. Grant right to Munster. Then across the toll out. It's now with Peel over on the right-hand side, actually. 5 metres out. Down the right edge of the field. 3 tackles to go. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. Sack Wolf, yeah, the Dolphins should be doing better than they are, really. 4 metres out. Back towards the middle now with toll out. Out the back to Munster. Shifting it left. Early kick through. Tabai Fidau is there. Needs a bit of room to run when he's up towards the 10 and stops. 2 minutes 50 to go. Next carry from Bostock. 15 out from his own try line. Dolphins would be very happy if they could find at least 4 points going into the half. They don't deserve any currently, but they'd be very happy if they could get them. So now with Farnworth, it's actually whether they can complete the set. That's the main issue. 2.5 to go. 2 tackles left in this set. Farnworth has to go back and play it. 2 tackles to go. Back towards the middle to Donahue. Then to Katoa. Now with Tabai Fidau. Bit of room to manoeuvre down the right hand side. Bostock across to Asako. Kicks the ball back inside. Looks like Plath is there. Or is that Schneider? I can't really tell, to be honest. It's Schneider, 5 metres out, just right at the sticks. Same haircut. Same colour hair as well. Same build-ish. Shifting it left. They've got the numbers down the left. Ball across the Cobbo. That is forwards. Has it been given as a try? That was forwards for me. No calls were made. The try has then been given. Cobbo in the corner. Finally. 1 minute 45 to go in the first half. The Dolphins have done nothing. Nothing good all game, really. And eventually they come up with something. Isako with a great kick back inside. I thought he might have put too much weight on it, but when I saw Schneider come into frame, I thought, he's got a chance here. Quick play the ball, 5 out, right at the sticks. Back towards Mill to Donahue, then to Katoa, then with Plath. Slightly forwards to Cobbo, but the grounding is good in the corner. Actually, let's have a look at the grounding. I think the grounding's good. I don't know what the touch judge is saying there, though. I'm not sure what he's saying, because it looks like he's saying forwards. Like, I'm not sure. But that is going to be 4 for the Dolphins. God, they needed that. That is huge. They're good off the cuff. They've got the attacking weapons to do that kind of stuff. It was a good try indeed. They've got those weapons. Oh, no. Try. Okay, I was about to say that angle didn't look good at all, and then try confirm came up. That angle did not look good. But, yeah, 30 seconds to go. The clock's still ticking away right now. Huge kick this, actually, because Dolphins are going to need all the points they can get. Wishart. Oh, dear. Not good. Not good. How long left in the full game? Scarlett, there's 25 seconds to go in the first half. The clock's stopped right now. So it's about to be half-time soon. The kick from Asako, I think that swings a bit too much and it's no good. So it's 10-4. Clock's ticking away again. Clock is stopped with 19 seconds to go. The Storm will get us back underway shortly. I'd like to see the Dolphins have one final go here. Actually, with it raining so much, I don't know. So maybe just a kick and chase would be the best option. Well, otherwise, just take the tackle. I mean, that's still fine. So back underway, collected by Cobbo on the try line. It's going to be Gilbert with the first carry, 15 out from the line. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Plays with a Plath. Now with Donahue. They're having a go here. Katoa right to Finifo. He's got a break. Needs support. He's got support from Donahue. Bobbles it. Can he break through the line? Tabai Fidel is there. He kicks, chases. Kick is okay. You can get to it. Batted over the dead ball line from Peel. Well done, young man. Well done. Great effort there from the Dolphins at the end. Really, really good effort. I think if Tabai Fidel committed to running, because he kind of just stopped for a second not knowing what to do, he might have beaten Peel to that one. Like if Donahue said, keep chasing or something like that, maybe. But that's going to be half-time. 10-4 for the Storm. Good end to the half from the Dolphins. He finally come up with something exciting, which is good to see. Break for Finifo. He's such a strong ball carrier. I think we need to see him on the ball a bit more. I know when I said that first like 15, 20 minutes ago, he then dropped it, but good end to the set from the Dolphins. They needed something like that. Bit of energy. Showing a bit of a attacking threat. But yeah, that's half time. Let's have a look at the stats as well, because it's been poor from the Dolphins. So far this weekend, I've got the Cowboys winning. I had them by 1-12, but it was 13+, but I still got the Cowboys to win. And in Super League, Hull KR to beat Castleford. So 2 out of 2 so far. Need the Dolphins to switch this one around. Okay. Okay, so look at stats. %51% possession for the Dolphins. They've had 13 more seconds in possession. Completion rate, Storm 78%, which is fine. It's about average, I think. 62% for the Dolphins. So for the Dolphins, more runs, more meters, more post-contact meters for the Storm though. 3 line breaks to 2 for the Dolphins. 14 tackle breaks to 11 for the Storm. Higher average set distance for the Dolphins. More kick return meters for the Storm. Play the ball speed in favour of Melbourne. 6 offloads to 4 for Melbourne. Tackle efficiency slightly higher for the Storm. They've made less tackles, they've missed less tackles. Same for ineffective tackles, 7 each. 8 errors for the Dolphins, 7 for the Storm. 2 penalties either way, 4 ruck infringements either way. And inside 10 once from the Dolphins. 3 subs used each. So yeah, completion has been awful for the Dolphins. Absolutely awful. Better work on that one. So, a reminder, folks, if you guys want to join an NRL Predictions League with myself and a bunch of other people, there's a link in the description of this live stream. So, it is the second link. You'll see the membership link, then my email, and then it says NRL Predictions League. Join here. Just click that link, sign up, and all you have to do is just pick at least 4 winners each week. And the top 10 in the points and the profit ladder will be put into my predictions videos. So in the points ladder, it's going to be tough to get in the top 10 because that's a more consistency thing. But you can be in the top 10 for the profits ladder because obviously that's, that can change week to week. So click the link, sign up, pick your winners each week. That's all you've got to do. And you could be featured in the predictions videos if you get in the top 10. So sign on up. We've got a good number of members in there, but there's still some people that are inactive. So if you have signed up to it, but you've not picked your winners yet, please make sure you do that. Please make sure you do that, because it helps me out as well. But yeah, thanks very much. Okay. So poor half from the Dolphins. Towards the back end looked a little bit better. More exciting in possession. Melbourne Storm don't really have that much going forwards. Defensively, there's a lot of work that they've done, and they've been solid in defence at the very least. So that's a good sign for them. And a reminder of streams this weekend. So today, I have Leeds versus Wakefield tonight. That's at 7:45 p.m. Tomorrow, I've got the Roosters versus Broncos. That's at 10:20 a.m. UK, 7:20 p.m. Australia. Canberra time, basically. Then Wigan Bradford, 2:45 p.m. Huddersfield Warrington, 7:45 p.m. And then no streams currently on Sunday. I might do Hull versus Toulouse, but that's not confirmed yet. Not confirmed just yet. I'm at 16,316 subs. The latest NRL predictions video has done mental numbers. Absolutely mental numbers. Well, that's what happens when you get 8 out of 8. People actually start watching your videos and gets out there to more people. Okay. I might be a bit late for a poll, but I'll put one up anyway. Storm lead 10-4 at half time. Alright, there's a fresh poll in the live stream chat. Get your votes on there. Wait, are you going for the Dolphins? Yes, I did back the Dolphins to win. What scoreline did I go with? 22-18. So Dolphins 1-12. Isako anytime is what I went with. So that's why I'm quite disappointed in the Dolphins, because I did back them to win. I know, it was a tough game anyway. I wasn't expecting them to win. Like, this could easily go either way. And I mentioned that in my predictions video too, but it's still disappointing when any team, whether I back them or haven't, are just not doing the basics. Going Dolphins by 8. Okay. 5 votes. 3 out of 5 say the Dolphins are going to win from this point on. I do think they've got more of an attacking threat and potential currently. The Storm do have one, but they were already without Hughes and now they're without Wishaw. So that's rough. I think Tolau can do a job. Munster and Farlong will have to step up today. But yeah, I think there's just more weapons in there. Tabai Fidel, Isako, Farnworth, Bostock, Cobbett. Like, most of the backs are all huge threats. I think I want to see a bit more out of dummy half from Plath, but I think the forwards need to do a slightly better job. I want Finifeaki on the ball a bit more as well. And Donahue, I want to see him with ball in hand a bit more as well, dictating play. A huge thing for Fiji would be if Cody Nikorima's unavailable. I'm not sure how long he's out for. Actually, there's the injury list, so let's have a look at that real quick. See if it says when he's back. Dolphins. So Averillo's back till round 15. So Nikorima's round 10, which is, yeah. So, okay, no point. I was going to say that Donahue could have been a good option at 6 instead. I don't know if he was injured a few weeks ago or not. But he would have been a good option at 6. And that would have been important for Fiji. To get him some more game time in the halves as well would have been huge. But he got some regular game time at 13 last year. I do quite like him. I think he's the kind of player that if you give him a chance somewhere, I think could start to flourish. Don't know how old he is. Kurt Donahue. He's 24. I think he could go somewhere and start. Just not sure where, that's the thing. Let's have a look at the ladder. Who could he realistically go to? So the Panthers, no. Warriors, no. Tigers, maybe. With Luai going to the PNG Chiefs in 2028. I mean, they might try and bring somebody else through. Don't they have another young halfback or something? Isn't it one of the Finey brothers? something like that. Might be. But Donahue could go there. Rabbitoh's probably not, unless Walker... Walker's getting towards the back end of his career, but they've got Ashton Ward coming through. Roosters, probably not. Cowboys, maybe if they moved on from Clifford. But I don't think they will. Seagulls, I think they're fine with Brooks at the minute. Broncos, they're going to have Mam and Pezzett, they're fine. Sharks, I think they'll stick with Trindle and Hines. Knights, maybe the Knights, but... So it could be Brown and Donahue, but I think they're okay with Sharp at 6. Bulldogs, I don't think he'd go to the Bulldogs. I don't think the Bulldogs would get him as well. He's obviously not going to start for the Dolphins with Williams coming in. Well, that's if Williams actually keeps playing and doesn't retire. But with Williams coming in, I'm not sure. Titans, maybe. I'd take him over Lachlan Ilias, that's for sure. So, I mean, I think the Titans would be better with Donahue in there over Ilias, but I wouldn't go to the Titans. Unless the Titans make a bunch of other strong signings, I wouldn't bother going. Raiders, they got strange there, unless they want to move on from Sanders, which I don't think they do. The Eels could do with a new number 6, with Pezzett going to the Broncos. The Eels is an option. They've got Volkman coming through, who's going to get some decent game time with Pezzett being out. How long's he out for as well? When is Pezzett available? Oh, round 11, so it's 2 weeks. Yongi's back soon as well. Yeah, I think the Eels could be a good spot for Donahue next year. Storm, obviously not. Dragons... Maybe the Dragons. I mean, Donahue's not a top sign. I think the Dragons need an elite spine. They've signed Drinkwater, which is a huge pull. But then it's Atkinson and possibly Cade Reed in the halves for next year. Possibly. We'll see. But I think the Eels is probably the best spot right now for Donahue. I think he could start somewhere. Thinking if I'd have him at... I guess I would have him at Warrington, but I'm happy with the options we've got in the halves. But I think he could do a job starting somewhere. And because I do like Fiji, I like the way they play. I think it'd be good for Donahue to be a regular starter somewhere. But Wakeham's getting regular minutes for the Seagulls. He's likely going to be at 7 in the World Cup. Oh, wait, Fiji... I don't think Fiji qualified because there's only 10 teams in there. I don't think Fiji qualified. Oh, no. Oh, I can't remember if they qualified or not. Let's have a look. Oh, they did. Thank God for that. They did. Oh, I need to update the website as well. Completely forgot to do that. Oh, I should have... I need to update the website. That's my bad. I'm a few rounds behind. Yeah, I need to sort that out. I'll get to it at some point. Problem is, no one really views it. That's the thing. The hope was that it would do quite well, but it does not. But yeah, Brandon Wakem, that's what I was going to check. They'll have Jurian Buller at 1. Buller at 1, Turuva on the wing. Nwangani is an option. If he's not picked for Australia, he could be picked for Fiji. I think because Nwangani is not having a massive standout year again like he did last year. Australia might not go with him. Tane Milne, the legend that is. Katonga would likely be picked as well. Brandon Wakem. There we go. Wakem's 27. I thought he was like early 30s. I feel like he's been around for ages. Gee, fair enough. Okay. Brandon Wakem and Donahue in the halves. That's alright, that. That's alright. Fair dues. Okay. So we're not too far off getting back underway as well. Not too far. Looking at the poll, 26 votes, 69% say the Dolphins will win from this point on. Storm with a 10-4 lead. Players are coming back out in a second. If you guys want to throw in any score predictions, you want to have a guess, feel free to do so. I predicted 22-18. The scoreline is still on, but I don't know if I can see the Dolphins scoring 3 tries and 3 kicks. I mean, it's only 3, but I mean, scoring 1 was difficult enough. I should have refilled the water. Should have refilled it. So get your final votes in if you haven't already. Sign up to the Predictions League. Link in the description. Helps me out as well. It's greatly appreciated if you do. Try predict at 56% towards a Storm. It was a good end to the first half from the Dolphins. Finally getting on the front foot. And we'll be underway with the final 40 very soon. Dolphins just need much better set completion this half. I do like their intent. They move the ball around a lot. They get some good meters towards the edges, but they've got to improve their set completion. So I'll end the poll there. 27 votes. 70% of you say that the Dolphins will win. 10-4 down. It'll be the Dolphins to kick us off. And we are back underway. They will kick towards the back left for the Melbourne Storm. Collected in goal from Tolau. Handed off to King for the first carry. And he's going to be stopped just shy of the 10. Actually dragged back a few metres as well. So he's 4 out from his own try line. Grant, now with Lasati, through centre field. Finally back over the 10. He's going to play this for Grant in centre field. Left to Clark. Up towards the 20. And a few post-contact metres too. Good carry. 25 out from his own line. Gets him out of trouble. 3 tackles to go. There's a bobble there from Moale. Takes the next carry. Makes about 10 or 11 metres there. Good stuff. Over the 40 with Sofarlongo. Gets a great offload for Grant as well. So 4 tackles still alive at the moment. Munster. Should have handed the ball off maybe. This will likely go to Tolau for the kick. Grant just inside Dolphins territory. So not a bad opening set. They could have been pinned back as well. But Tolau with a kick on the last. 1 minute gone in the second half. Cobbo underneath it. Collects it on his own 10. Space on the left hand side. Gets around Warbrick. Steps back inside as well. Up towards the 40. Good return from Selwyn Cobbo. And it's Schneider right to Farnworth. And he's going to be stopped on the halfway line. I was going to say try line then. On the halfway line. Second tackle. Good territory already for the Dolphins. Katoa right to Bostock. Straightens up. Gets a good offload there for Finifuaki. Bit of room to run here over the 40 up towards the 30. So good early territory for the Dolphins here. 3 tackles to go as well. This is alright. In centre field with Donahue, left to Katoa. Then across to Lemuelu. Inside the red zone, 15 out. Still 2 tackles to go as well. This is looking okay for the Dolphins right now. Right to Donahue. Ball across to Katoa. Good jamming in there from Munster. Last tackle over on the right hand side. 2 minutes gone in the first half. It is now with Schneider. Chips from centre field towards the back left. Cobbo is usually good in the air, but Warbrick is good as well. Collects it cleanly. Comes down with it. He looks in a bit of discomfort though. 5 out from his own try line. Stuart, afternoon pal. Taking a half day. It's your birthday tomorrow. Big 53. Long weekend, love it. Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow. Oi. Hope we have a swell day. Hope we have a swell day. Nice and chilled, nice and relaxed, sir. You know, maybe you get onto loads of fun activities. Who knows? Who knows? Unless you just like sitting around doing nothing really. My dad does that. He likes to do nothing on his birthday. Just absolutely nothing. Don't give him anything to do. On the 30, they will kick on the last Melbourne Storm to the Dolphins. 3 minutes gone in the second half. Just want a Wigan win. Be nice. Did I back Wigan to win? Who are Wigan against? Oh, yes, I'll take a Wigan win. As long as they don't win by 30 for my bet, that's fine. That's alright. They were minus 30 on Sky Bet, which is weird to me, but you never know. Great offload from Farnworth to Schneider up towards the halfway line. Good offload there for Plath. Eating up some good meters. Nearly finds a break there up towards the Storm 40. Whistle's blown. Penalty for the Storm. What for? Plath was in front of the play the ball. And then ended up in possession. Oh, for God's sake. So that made him offside. Oh, dear. Four minutes gone in the second half. Storm will kick to touch. And they'll start a fresh set 20 metres out. So 4 minutes gone in the second half. Great chance here for the Melbourne Storm. Best attacking territory of the half so far. Because they'll get a fresh set inside the 20. The 15 out. Over on the right edge of the park. Grant at dummy half. Back towards Milton Munster. Drops the ball off to Clark. Stop 13 out between the sticks. Second tackle. Plays it for Grant. Goes right to Mwale. Drops the ball. Tabai Fidel goes left to Schneider. And he's 15 out from his own try line. Great chance for the Storm to apply some pressure there, but silly mistake. Cobbo with the next carry. 8 errors for the Dolphins, 6 for the Storm. Oh dear. Farnworth with the next carry. Up towards the 30. Pumping his legs. So might be picked for Queensland this year. I believe he is eligible. I think with the new rules, I believe, given he played at the Burleigh Bears, he's eligible. Oh, that's dropped backwards from Gilbert. Collected by Katoa. Carries up towards a 40. So 5 minutes gone in the second half. No one's been that clean so far. 3 tackles to go for the Dolphins. Left to Donahue, then Schneider. 3 on 2 possibly. Farnworth straightens up. Takes it over halfway. Gets an offload as well for Tabai Fidel. Offloads it back to Plath. And carries it over the 40. The 2 tackles to go. Schneider in centre field now with Katoa. Hands the ball off to Stone. Carries it up towards the 30. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. 34.5 minutes to go in this game. 64 metres gained on this set. Decent stuff from the Dolphins. Kick towards the back right. Collected by Bostock. Back inside. Intercepted from far longer. Bit of room to run here over the 20. Now 30. He's got a break. Tabai Fidel is chasing. He should catch him. He does. Takes him to ground on the 30. Needs to be careful not to give away a penalty here. Yeah, just... What are you doing? Are you stupid? What are you doing? So, for Tabai Fidel...
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless gate, Campbell. You dickhead.
If he's thinking, I'll slow down the ruck to the point where I'll just take the hit for the sin bin so we can get set in defence. Okay, but you're now down a man for 10 minutes. You're going to get absolutely knackered. Just make the tackle and get off him. Trust your teammates to get back. God, that is so stupid. So Tabai Fidel recovers, brings him down, and then just holds on for way too long and is sent off for 10. It's a great chance for the Storm to potentially just run away with this game now. They are inside the 10 with Josh King. 8 metres out in front of the left post. Right to Tolau. Then to Munster. Now Lasati down the right edge of the field. He's going to get wrapped up 4 metres out over on the right edge of the park. 33.5 minutes to go in this game. Farlongo. Back towards the middle to Tolau. Then to Grant. Switches back to Clark. Ends up in the hands of Kurt Donahue. So that's alright for the Dolphins. They see off the early pressure from the Storm. They can run down the clock a bit with ball in hand. If they can find a try as well, this is huge. I'd be surprised if they do. They've already been put in possession, and now without Tabai Fidel, that makes it a little bit tougher as well. 33 minutes to go in this game. 4 tackles left for the Dolphins. Plath. Right to Bostock with a carry through centre field. Over his own 40, a few metres shy of halfway. 3 tackles to go. The Dolphins have completed 1 out of 3 sets in this half. Jesus. They're inside Storm territory. 45 out, 2 tackles to go. Stone with the next carry. Makes about 10 metres there. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Need a well-placed kick to the corners here. Right to Katoa. Chips towards the back right. Bostock goes up for it, makes contact with Farlongo and gives away a penalty. Bostock wants to challenge. Okay. So, there is clear contact in the air on Farlongo as he collects the ball. But I think the argument that Bostock's making is that he was always looking to challenge for the ball. I think that's what he's saying. Like, he clearly makes contact in the air. It just depends what kind of contact he makes. Whether he puts his hands on him. Oh, is that an escort from Bloor? I don't know. I've got a feeling this might be unsuccessful, this challenge. So he's always looking at the ball. I think that's fine, actually. I think that's completely fine. I think it's just play the ball. He's looking at the ball the entire time. Collides with him. I think that's fine. Okay, this will be challenge successful. That is the right call. Fair play. Challenge successful, so it's not going to be a penalty. Just here to ask what NRL team do you go for? I don't really have an NRL team. There are some teams I just like watching because they're fun to watch. So normally the teams that I back are the fun ones. I know that the Panthers always look good to watch, but that's too easy a pick. So like I did like the Raiders last year, but this year I'm liking the Tigers and the Rabbitohs. I'm sort of backing those teams because they're fun to watch. But I don't really have a set team in the NRL. Thank you. You too. The Warriors are fun to watch as well. I should have mentioned that, obviously. But yeah, the Warriors are fun. It is left to Munster with a kick on his own 20. A lot of spin on this one. But they keep him pinned back, so that's a good defensive set from the Dolphins. Pick the ball up, mate. Cobbo is all the way back to the 30. God, they could have kept him pinned back there. And they did. Could have applied more pressure, but nay. 31 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this game. Isako with a carry. There's a bunch of players offside here. Second tackle for the Dolphins. Farnworth with the next carry over the 40. 3 tackles to go. In centre field with Plath. Goes right to Bostock. Up towards halfway. 2 tackles left. 31 minutes to go in this game. Left to Donahue. Then across to Katoa. Flat ball to Lemuelu. Loses it. Oh my god. The Dolphins have been shit. I think Christian Wolf might be on the chopping block soon, honestly, because he should be getting more out of this team. Problem is, I don't know who they'd bring in. I don't have a clue who they'd bring in. Next carry from Meany up towards the Dolphins 40. 30 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 4 tackles left. It's with the arrow through centre field. Cutting towards the left edge of the park. 3 tackles left, 30 out. 6 minutes and 12 to go on the sin bin. Completely forgot about the sin bin as well for Tabai Fidel. 2 tackles to go. Right to Munster. Out the back to Farlongo. Early ball to Meany. Straightens up with a carry. Stopped on the 10. They could go for 1 if they wanted to. I know there's still half an hour to go, but they could look for it. Kick through. Taken cleanly by Farnworth. Bumps off a few defenders. And he's wrapped up on the 10. So Dolphins have a long way to go here. They'd love a break or a penalty. Cobbo with the next carry makes about 4 metres. 4 tackles to go. Plath, so that's Schneider at dummy half. Hands it off to Isako, just shy of his own 20. 3 tackles left. Donahue through centre field with the next one. Just shy of his own 30. 29.5 minutes to go in this game. 2 tackles left. Stone through centre field with the next one. And last tackle coming up. It is right to Isaiah Katoa. Kicks from behind his own 40. Towards the back right. Collected on the 10 from Sofarlongo. Hands it off to Peel. A good chase here from the Dolphins. And they'll stop him just over the 20. 29 minutes to go in this game. Warbrick with the next one. You've been a subscriber since 2024. I like your content. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. But I just realised I've nearly been doing this for... Like, this will be my 4th year. Like, this is my 4th year doing content. But damn. Well, thank you, sir. It's very kind of you. Is this the last tackle for the Storm? Oh, 2 to go, sorry. Liero through centre field. He shifts it left to Munster. Then to Farlongo. Wrapped up by Isako, but he gets an offload for Howarth. Finifayaki is shrugged off, and then Gilbert is as well. Howarth is still going. But he's been held, apparently. I don't know if I agree with that one. Last tackle for the Storm. Tolau kicks from behind halfway. Right of the sticks, collected by Cobbo. Returns it over the 20 with a strong run up towards the 30. So a decent place to start the set for the Dolphins. 28 minutes to go. Not too long left on the sin bin for Tabai Fidel. Right to Bostock. 3 minutes and 45 to go on the sin bin. Just over the 30 in centre field with the Dolphins in possession. Farnworth goes right to Finifayaki. I want to see Finifayaki on the ball more with the strong lines here. Not just giving him, like, nothing to work with. Let him run onto it. 2 tackles to go. Inside Storm territory. Left to Katoa. Then to Schneider. Out the back to Cobbo. Steps back inside on the 40. Bit of room to run. Up towards the 30. Last tackle coming up. So even with the extra man, Melbourne Storm haven't really done anything here. And the Dolphins have done well for territory. So now with Katoa on the last. Kicks from 30 metres out. In centre field. Coming down 10 out. It is taken cleanly by Suafonlongo. That's a good take there. That's an important clean take as well. 27 minutes to go in this game. Warbrick with the next carry through centre field over the 20. So yeah, 27 to go. Dolphins have done well being a man down. Stone with an important tackle on the 30. Peel can keep going though. Can he? No, he has to go back to the 30 and play it. Plays for Grant. In centre field. Goes right to Utskamanu. Up towards the 40. 2 tackles to go for the Melbourne Storm. 40-20 attempts here from Grant. Angle was okay, but distance is nowhere near. This will be picked up on the 10. Cobbo, God, he's... He just jogs everywhere. It's now with Farnworth. Across to Asako. Straightens up with a carry. He's only 15 out of his own try line, so needs to be careful to not get pinned back here. Katoa going to carry the ball himself up towards the 20. 3 tackles to go for the Dolphins. In centre field, 25 out from their own try line. Plath, right to Bostock. They could do the 40-20 here, actually. Push back towards the 30. 26 minutes to go. So still a lot of time for something to happen, but neither team looks that good at the moment. So I don't know who's going to score and when. Farnworth, nearly with a break here. Look for an offload, possibly. Still going over the 40. 35 metres out. Last tackle for the Dolphins. Good metres there from Farnworth. Now with Schneider, engaged the line. Needs an offload. Gets one to Lemuelu. Drops it. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! One minute 5 to go in the sin bin. As Warbrick lost it for the Storm. Dolphins, you are so lucky, honestly. If the Storm were anywhere near what they normally are, this is 50-0. If the Storm were actually what they usually are, this is 50-0. Jesus Christ. Both have been shocking today. Scrum for the Dolphins, 30 metres out. Less than a minute to go on the sin bin for Tabai Fidel. Over on the right edge of the park, Bostock will play this for Plath. 24.5 minutes to go. Finifayaki with the next carry. Just shy of the 20. Second tackle. Tabai Fidel is back on soon, maybe on this set. Knowles, flat ball left to Stone. Up towards the 10. 3 tackles left. 10 out in centre field. Left to Katoa. Then to Lemuelu. 2 metres shy of the try line over on the left-hand side. 2 tackles to go. Schneider. Right to Katoa, in between the sticks. Goes at the line himself. 4 metres out. Between the sticks. 24 to go. Last tackle, right to Schneider. Dinks the ball through. Good chase from Stone. He's kind of cordoned off there from Munster. And then it's going to be Peel taking over the dead ball line. So this will be a goal line dropout. And Tabai Fidel will come back on. So the Storm haven't really done anything themselves this game. With a little bit of attacking territory in the first half, they found a try and then a break for Farlongo. They haven't done anything with the extra man. Like, the Storm have also been poor in possession, but they've just completed at a higher rate. Will they go short? Yes, they will. This will actually reach the 30, to be honest. So it was a bit pointless. And Bostock will return it up towards the 20. So, good chance here now for the Dolphins. Fresh set of 6, inside the red zone, back to 13. Tabai Fidel is now, he's got fresh legs. Had a 10-minute break. 23 minutes to go in this game. Plath, in centre field with Knowles, shifting it left. It's with Katoa, drops it backwards, picked up by Schneider. Kafusi is finally on the field with the next carry. 5 metres out between the sticks. 2 tackles to go. Plath, left to Schneider. Switches back to Farnworth. He's going to get wrapped up. 10 metres out, but that's actually going to be a penalty for the Dolphins. High shot. So fresh to the 6 for the Dolphins. Happy birthday to your brother, Ules, who is 2 months old. Happy birthday. Kafusi with the carry. 5 metres out, in centre field. Plays with a Plath. He goes right to Knowles. Drops the ball off to Finifeuaki. Actually, give him something to run on to, please. Well, he could have had a stronger run there anyway, but give him something to run on to. Plath, launch it left to Katoa in centre field. Switches back to Schneider. Back over the 10, 5 out in front of the left post. Just less than 22 to go. Plath goes at the line himself. He stops a metre short just left of the sticks. 2 tackles to go for the Dolphins. Schneider goes right to Knowles. Then across to Katoa. Flat ball to Finifeuaki. Nearly at the line. He's dangerous from this kind of range. Stopped a metre short the line. Great scramble there from the Storm. Last tackle. Out the back to Katoa. Short side right. Tabai Fidel. Flick onto Asako in the corner. What a try. Good stuff from the Dolphins. That was actually really, really nice. That was a nice switch back to Katoa. Great flick on from Tabai Fidel. Fair play. Went down a man. Couple of mistakes that really got my nerves, but they didn't give the Storm anything when they were down a man. They did really well for territory as well. And with 21 minutes to go, they could level things up here. Good finish from Isako. I did back him anytime. Well done, Dolphins. That's good stuff. I do think the Dolphins have the best chance from this point on. But you just never know. It's just with how poor they've been in attack, you just think the Storm could switch it on at any point. But that's really good there. Really good stuff. They noticed the space. It's a nice switchback. They don't just go directly down the short side. They actually, do a full 270. Give it back to him. This is a tough kick for Asako, though. This is important, though, because, again, I don't really know if the Dolphins are going to find another try. I didn't know they were going to find the first one. I didn't know they were going to find that one, because they've looked really poor in attack. So, this kick is huge. This might go down to a drop goal at the end. So I really don't trust either of these teams to score again. Okay. So inside the final 20 minutes, the kick from Asako looks alright. It is good. Hey, so folks, that is going to be 10-all. Asako is off to the Storm next year as well. Forgot about that. So Warbrick's off to the Warriors. Isako's off to the Storm. So I imagine Bostock will finally get a start on the wing again. Cobbo on one side, Bostock on the other, I assume. Get Cobbo back on the right wing, where he thrived for the Broncos. Get him back on the right, Bostock back on the left. Sorted. That's a strong back line, that. Williams, maybe. Williams and Katoa in the halves. That could be fun to watch. Okay, we've got 19 minutes, 52 seconds to go. It is now 10-all. Dolphins finally managed to come back in this one. Taking them a while. It's been a rough game from both, but we're back underway. First carry from Stone. That's a strong run. Hits a defensive wall, and he's dragged back a few metres. That's a strong shot. Jesus. Next carry from Connolly Lemuelu. 15 out of his own line. Drags a few defenders up towards the 20. 19 and a half minutes to go. Second tackle. Kafusi with the next one. 25 out from the try line through centre field. 3 tackles to go. Plays with a Plath. Right to Finifoyuaki. Now 35 out from his own try line. Just right to centre field. 2 tackles to go. Knowles. Through the centre. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. Plath. Right to Katoa. Eats up some metres. Then kicks down the right edge of the park. Falungo collects it cleanly on his own 10, returns it over the 20 down the left edge. Nearly a high shot there. Just shy of the 30. Munster, now with Peel. Up towards the 30. Push back a metre or 2. Falungo looks knackered there. Tabai Fidal looks fresh as a daisy after his sin bin. 18 minutes 40 to go. 3 tackles left in this set for the Melbourne Storm. Play the ball for Grant. He goes right to Meany. Over halfway. So 2 tackles to go. Inside Dolphins territory. Good meters here for the Melbourne Storm, actually. Last tackle coming up. They're just less than 40 out. 52 metres gained on this set. That's pretty good there. Is right to Tolau. With a kick towards the back right. Cobbo underneath it. He goes up. It's batted backwards into the hands of Tabai Fidal. Bit of room to run here down the left-hand side. But there are defenders there. Carries it over the 30. Gets back up. But he's near the left touch line, 35 out from his own try line. 18 minutes to go, not a bad place to start the set as well. Cobbo with the next carry. Over the 40, makes about 8 metres there, good carry. Second tackle, now with Tabai Fidal, then to Kafusi. Straightens up with a carry, few metres shy of halfway. 3 tackles to go for the Dolphins, nearly inside Storm's half. In centre field with Katoa, switches back to Finifoyuaki, over halfway. I just said that, Vossi. I just said that. The exact same line, fresh as a day. I just said it. Shifted it left to Tabai Fidal. He's watching the stream, that's why. Shifted it left to Farnworth. Over the 20. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. Inside the red zone. Down the left edge of the park. Back towards the middle. Now with Schneider. Puts boot to ball. Farnlongo versus Tabai Fidal. Is bobbled by Farnlongo. Did it touch Tabai Fidal? It did not, but he takes it cleanly then. Just over 17 to go. Warbrick with a carry. 5 out from his own try line in centre field. It's a long way for Storm to go. Dolphins need to be disciplined here. Peel with the next carry. That's a strong shot there. Pumping his legs. Good carry up towards the 20. That's a good carry. Next one from Howarth. Left to centre field. 2 tackles to go for the Storm. Only up towards the 30 now with Utakamanu. Bumps off Lemuelu. Look for an offload. Gets one for Chan. Surprised he's dropped, actually. I thought he was, valuable for the Storm, but I don't think Bellamy's been too happy with him recently. So they've only made 31 on this set. 16 and a half to go. Kick from Tolau on the last. Tabai Fidal collects it cleanly on the 20. Returns it up towards the 30. So again, not a bad place to start the set for the Dolphins. 16 minutes, 15 to go. Schneider, now with Cobbo. Is it too early for a drop goal? Normally, when it's like 15 minutes to go, teams still kind of wait for the final 5 to 10 minutes. They'll still go for tries at this point. Plath with a scoot. Room to run. Good break here for Plath. Needs support. Doesn't really have it. 25 out. That's a great break for Plath. 25 out. Quick play the ball. Right to Bostock. Steps back inside. 15 out. Bit of room down the left-hand side. Break for Jack Bostock. It just takes a few small moments for the Dolphins to make the comebacks. They've been so poor throughout this game. In possession, in attack, they haven't really posed much of a threat. But out of nowhere, they have won the territory battle, and in the last couple of sets as well, in the cycle, they've won the territory battle. They've kept the Storm pinned back. They've started sets in good field position. Great break for Plath. I was saying a bit earlier, I think at half-time I said I wanted to see a bit more from Plath. Great break. There was no one really in support, but gets a quick play of the ball. Bostock cuts back inside. Room to run. Dolphins finally take the lead. Tries confirmed. 14-10. What am I spelling? It smells like stir fry. That is good. Actually, it smells a bit like pot noodle. What am I smelling? There's no pot noodle in the house. There's no stir fry in the house. So what is that? What are they cooking? Okay. 14-10 for the Dolphins. This is an important kick again. Said Dolphins by 8, not far off. Close. You are close. The kick is important though. They could always go for, well, yeah, the thing is, if they do get a penalty, I think they'll probably go for 2. Just the thing is then, this now could spark something from the Melbourne Storm, because they've not really done much in the in this half, really. They've not really done anything. So this could really spark them to life in a second. The kick from Asako it's swinging, looks good. It is good. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be 16-10 for the Dolphins. What a turnaround. What a turnaround. My exact score prediction is still on, but it's tough to get. I need 8 from the Storm. I don't know if they're going to get that. Oh, it's a spag bol that's being cooked. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Because we got some garlic bread yesterday. 14 minutes to go. Next 5 of the Dolphins are Bulldogs, Rabbitohs, something, bye, and something. Just missed it. Screw it. I'll go back a second. Bulldogs, Rabbitohs, Raiders, bye, Cowboys. Jesus, that's a tough run. Well, Bulldogs, they could win, but that's a tough one. Rabbitohs, that's a tough game. Raiders is tricky. The bye, I think they'll get to the 2 points that week. And then the Cowboys, that's tough. Let's go back to live. Okay. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. Finally have the lead. 13.5 minutes to go in this game. There's a kick from halfway from Isaiah Katoa. I do love a good spag bol as well. It is nice. Yeah, it is good. Especially when it's not like watery. When it's, fairly thick sauce. I prefer it with pasta, actually. Rather than spaghetti, I prefer it with pasta. Which we do normally do anyway. Oh, Munster's been hit high here. He's been hit high. Is there a penalty, though? I just missed that a little bit. I do apologise. But it's going to be Sua Fa'alogo with the next carry. 13 minutes to go. I just realised as well for Fa'alogo, this is huge for Samoa. Because he might start at 1 for Samoa in the World Cup. Tuivasa-Sheck's on good form as well. So he could be at fullback, but he's doing well on the wing anyway. Or even at centre. Does anyone know who Taupiki is eligible for? I'd imagine he's either Tongan or Samoan, but I don't know. If somebody could let me know about Taupiki, that would be great. From the Warriors. 12.5 to go. Last tackle for the Storm. They've only made 24 metres on this set. It's left to Munster. With a Burton bomb, this could be a tough take here. If they let it bounce, that's fine. But it's collected cleanly by Tabai Fidel. Good return there. A few metres shy of halfway. Katoa will scoot from dummy half. 45 out on the try line. He's going to play for Plath, right at centre field. Now with Flegler. Over the Storm 40. The Dolphins could also look for 1 very soon, actually. 12 to go. They could set up for 1. They don't need to just yet. But they could. Schneider switches back to Lemuelu. He's not looked that comfortable with ball in hand today, and he nearly lost it then. 2 tackles to go. Plath back towards the middle with Morgan Knowles. Straightens up. I feel like they're setting up for 1 here. Based on that carry, it looks like they're setting up for 1. Last tackle. Right to Katoa. Oh, he's going to chip. I thought he was going for 1. Then he's going to chip towards the back right. Peel goes up. He knocks on. Oh, dear. It's going to be a fresh set for the Dolphins inside the 10. Oh, dear. Actually, I could just Google it. Tane Taupiki is from... Oh, he's from New Zealand. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't consider that he was actually from New Zealand. What an idiot I am. 11 minutes to go. I don't think he'll get in over Keanu Kinney. I love Keanu Kinney, mate. My favourite player in the NRL. I love Keanu Kinney. He's such a good player. Just wish he wasn't at the Titans, man. Katoa goes at the line himself. 5 metres out between the sticks. 10 minutes 45 to go. Plays for Plath. In centre field. Left to Schneider. Switches back to Farnworth. Couple steps inside. He's going to be stopped. 5 or 6 out. 10.5 to go. 4 tackles left. Plath. Right to Kafusi. If the Dolphins score now, it's over. Plath goes left to Katoa. Then to Schneider. Straightens up with a carry. Smashed into the ground. Good tackle there from Joe Chan. Last tackle coming up for the Dolphins. Oh, sorry, 2 to go. My bad. Back towards middle to Katoa. Then across to Knowles. Now with Plath. Can he find an offload? Not quite. 15 out. Last tackle coming up. Bit of a mess at the play the ball there. Right to Katoa with a chip towards the back right. Bostock goes up. And some thought he was taken out. Was he taken out? Penalty for the Dolphins as an escort there. 2 makes sense. Pick number 3, my lord. And there's no challenge for the Storm. Grant's trying to argue it. Oh, it was Howarth at bottom. I was looking at Bloor there. I didn't notice Howarth. 4 penalties each. 9 minutes 20 to go. It looks like the Dolphins will go for 2. This is the right move, in my opinion. Isarko's moving moving back quite a bit. Jesus Christ. He's not a duck, I promise you. Moving back quite a bit is what I was trying to say. 9 minutes to go. Prediction still on? True. It is. I mean, mine's still on as well, but it's. I don't see the Storm getting 8. I don't see it. But I'll take the 1 to 12. If the Dolphins win by 1 to 12, that's good. Plus, I've got Isako anytime. So this is a relatively tricky kick. It's not. It's not a simple one by any means. This is relatively tricky. 8 minutes 20 to go. Isako to make it an 8-point lead. The kick looks okay. It's swinging a bit. Just snuck that one in. Just got it in there. So that's going to be 18-10. So here's the thing. I don't see the Melbourne Storm scoring any points. Like, they've been really poor in possession. They've posed 0 threat in this half. Absolutely no threat whatsoever. But the thing is, at this point now, they need to switch it on. So they've got to start moving the ball around, which they haven't done all half. They do go short from the kickoff. This will be a good take if they get it. Batted backwards, but it's collected by Selwyn Cobbo. 7 minutes 35 to go. So I'm pretty sure the Dolphins are fine from this point on. But if they do score again, it's definitely done. Farnworth with a good carry over halfway. 7.5 to go. Next carry through centre field from Thomas Flegler over the 40. Just about 35 metres out. 3 tackles to go. Plath. Right to Katoa. Then to Tabai Fidel. They've got a 3-on-2 here. Bostock. Ooh, he's nearly hit high from Peel. That was a strong shot. 2 tackles to go. Near the right touchline. 15 out. Back towards the middle to Isaiah Katoa. Then to Knowles. Straightens up with a carry. So 15 out between the sticks. 7 minutes left. Last tackle. They shift it right to Katoa. Dinks it towards the back right. Bostock versus Peel once again. Bostock collects it. Puts it down. Well done, Jack Bostock. 2 tries today. I do like Bostock. I wish he got a regular start somewhere. He's such a great player. He deserves to start somewhere. But that's 2 for Jack Bostock. And that, I think, is pretty much the game wrapped up for the Dolphins. That'll be 22-10. So ideally, A missed kick from Isako would be great. That'd be perfect. And then maybe 8 points from the Melbourne Storm. Maybe. But I want my 1 to 12 here. Oh, did he lose it? That'll be checked. Bostock might have lost that there. That will be checked. Five minutes 40 to go. Clock still ticking away. So there is a loose carry there from Bostock. So the question is, does Howarth get a touch on the ball before Bostock regathers it? Because I do think he regathers it before he grounds it. But we'll have to see. This might be chalked off. I think he regathers that and puts it down. It's not been confirmed yet. They're taking the time with it. He does lose control, but I do think he regathers. Alright, tries confirmed. Hey, so the score is 22-10 for the Dolphins. I could do with Isako missing this one, but he's been decent with the boot today. Just the one missed so far. Five minutes 19 to go. Clock is stopped. So actually, Melbourne could score 2 tries and 2 kicks in the last 5 minutes and 19 seconds. They could. So ideally, the Dolphins need Isako to score here. And the kick is swinging a bit too much. It's no good. So it is a 12-point lead with 5 minutes 15 to go. The thing is, I just can't see Melbourne scoring anything at all. They can score 2 tries as long as they miss both kicks. That's fine. That is fine. Oh, yes. F1's back on this weekend. Our practice is on today. I'm watching that. Come on. Thank God for that. Short kickoff is collected from Cobbo and up towards the 40. Good take. Any more points in this game? Hopefully not. Dolphins might try and go for 1 if they get up the field. They don't need to, but they might do. Farnworth leading the VB Hardin Index with 87. King next with 71. So Plath in centre field goes right to Finifeuaki. Slips over a few metres shy of halfway. 3 tackles to go. 4 minutes 45 for the Dolphins in possession. Left to Katoa. Then to Schneider. Farnworth, Cobbo bobbles the ball, kicks. There's a chase there from Schneider. Awkward bounce there, but it's pushed over the dead ball line from Harry Grant. Possible repeat set here for the Dolphins. You'd imagine the Storm will go short on this one. 4 minutes 20 to go. 12-point lead for the Dolphins. There's still time for the Storm to reply, but they've actually done nothing in possession in this half. Literally nothing. Even with an extra man for 10 minutes. They haven't swung momentum at all. It's a long dropout, actually. Interesting. 4 minutes to go. Flegler with the return. Up towards the 40. So, interesting choice from the Melbourne Storm. I don't know why they didn't go short. Kafusi with the next carry. Unless they're hoping to turn the ball over inside the midfield. 3 minutes 40 to go. 4 tackles left. Finifeuaki with the next carry. Over the 30. 25 out. Still going. I'd love him at Warrington. Oh, that'd be a great signing. Carl Fitzpatrick, if you're watching. He's not, but if he is. Kula Kefi Finifeuaki. Please. And Nathan Cleary first, obviously. Do that one first. 3 minutes 20 to go. 2 tackles left. 15 out. Plath in centre field. Right to Knowles. Then to Schneider. Across to Finifuaki, taken to ground just shy of the 10. Last tackle coming up. Short side right to Schneider, back towards the middle to Isaiah Katoa. Dinks the ball through. Tabai Fidel chases, but collected by Farlongo. Just in front of the try line. 3 minutes to go. He's 5 out from his own line. Long way for the Storm to go here. Peel with the carry. Stop just shy of the 10. Storm would love a penalty here. Munster. Shifting it right. It's now with Meany. Up towards the 10 and just over it. 2 minutes 40 to go. 3 tackles left in this set for the Melbourne Storm. Warbrick with the next carry. Cutting back towards the right. He stopped 15 out from the try line. Lemuelu with a good tackle there. 2.5 left. Back towards the middle to Tolau. Fakes the switch back a couple times. Then across to Farlongo. Actually spreading the ball now. Decent meters for Bloor, but drops it. Oh my god. For those that cannot watch the game, it is difficult for me to explain just how bad the Dolphins have been. The fact that nobody deserves to win this game. I mean, the Dolphins this half have done much better for territory. But it's even harder to explain just how non-existent, not even how bad the Melbourne Storm have been, how non-existent Melbourne have been. They're not here. They're not even here. They are, but they're not. I don't know how to get that across to people that can't watch the game. They just haven't been present. You can say they've been bad. I don't have the words. I am English. I speak English. I don't know the English words to describe just how non-existent the Storm have been. It's more non-existent than non-existent. And I don't know what that word is. 1 minute 20 to go. Dolphins in possession, 15 out. Can we just play the ball, please? Now in centre field with Knowles. Kafusi with the next carry up towards the 10. Inside the 10 now. 9 metres out between the sticks. 3 tackles to go. 1 minute 15 left. Right to Katoa. Drops it off to Finifuaki. Could find a try here. Bursts over the try line. Kulakefu, Finifuaki, baller. One of the strongest ball runners in the game. 26-10. Will likely be 28-10. Absolute bulldozer. Up there in the league for post-contact meters. Absolute unit. What a bloke. Just a switchback. Farlongo can't really get the contact on him. Yeah, Storm weren't coming back to begin with. I think as soon as Dolphins made it 16-10, they weren't coming back. But yeah, I did predict 1-12. But it'll be the Dolphins that'll likely win by 18 points here. Isako should get this kick. And they'll run down the clock as well. God, we're up to 93 people. It took a while, actually, for people to start joining. But yeah, the Dolphins eventually, in the second half, they did well for territory. They had just nothing going for them in attack. Like, they were really, really poor. So, Finifuaki, 1 try, 2 line breaks, 9 tackle busts, 174 run meters. What a game. What a game. And some of the carries have been a bit lackluster. Because, like, they've been getting, like, 3 or 4 men in the tackle. Or some of the handoffs to him, he's not really been able to do much with them. But he's still put in a ton of work. 10 seconds to go. Waiting on the conversion. Oh shit, yeah, it's 7 straight losses for the Melbourne Storm. The kick is good. We've got 6 seconds to go. Clock's currently stopped. Oh yeah, the Dolphins had lost 4 games in a row as well going into this one. Storm lost 6. This is the longest losing streak the Storm have been on. Worst one before that was 2002, and the worst one before that was 2012. And we are back underway. Storm will go short on this one. Collected on the 30 by Selwyn Cobbo. Few seconds left on the clock. Plath takes the carry, the hooter sounds, and that will be full time. Dolphins 28, Melbourne Storm 10. What an absolute stinker both of these teams have been today. Thank God that's over. Jesus. First of all, Dolphins were doing better for territory. They had nothing going for them in attack. Absolutely nothing. Melbourne Storm got up the field. First proper attacking set, they found some points. Later on in the second half, there was a break for Farnlongo, scores a great long-range try. I think Tabai Fidel should have been better in the tackle, but good try nonetheless. 10-0 lead for the Melbourne Storm. Nothing going for the Dolphins for the rest of the half, basically. But eventually, they find a try. Can't remember what minute it was. It was 38. So just towards the back end of the first half, Cobbo with a try. Possible forward pass from Plath. But the Dolphins did really well for territory, that's the thing. They're in good field position a lot of this game. Second half, even better for territory. Melbourne Storm barely tried to spread the ball around. Just through the middle again and again and again. They lost the territory battle, but just kept going through the middle. They barely tried to move the ball around. Even when the Dolphins lost a man, it was a silly sin bin for Tabai Fidel to give away, but they went down to 12, looked completely fine. Storm still did nothing. Even inside the red zone, they outnumbered them for the next 10 minutes, nothing. Dolphins solid in defence, still beat them for territory, and then eventually started wearing them down, and it just took a couple of moments offensively to find some points. The Dolphins were poor. But as I said before, the Storm were just non-existent. I don't know how to explain to you guys, the Storm just did not exist in that game. Saying they were bad doesn't cut it. They weren't even there. And they deserve that loss. The Dolphins, I don't even know if they deserve the win. They do a little bit for the last quarter of the game. They were actually, they were decent in the last quarter. But my God, that felt like a long game. That was a tough watch. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. But I do want to say, again, if you want to join the Predictions League, the NRL Predictions League, there's a link in the description for the Legs platform. Go sign up. We've got 47 members in there, but the problem is there's still a bunch of inactive players in there. So make sure, all you have to do is just pick 4 winners each week. And depending on how well you do, you could make it in the predictions videos that I post here on YouTube every week if you get into the top 10. So just pick your winners each week. The platform does the rest. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day there. Final reminder of the streams I'm doing this weekend, just so you guys know. So later today, I'm doing Leeds Rhinos versus Wakefield Trinity in Super League. And then tomorrow, I've got Roosters versus Broncos, Wigan versus Bradford, and Huddersfield versus Warrington. And then Sunday, currently no stream scheduled, but I might be doing Hull versus Toulouse. So, I am going to call it a day. Thank you very much for stopping by. It is greatly appreciated as always. If I don't see you for the rest of the weekend, have a great rest of your weekend. Toodle pip.